Hello everyone, welcome to Arbitrary Learnings. Today we will be learning why shadows are black. Sounds like a simple question. To answer this in more detail, we need to understand and know two basic things. The fundamentals. The two things that we need to know and understand is color and about the color black. Well, color is simply what our eyes see when light is reflected off an object. Now remember, we only see a small part of electromagnetic spectrum. There are waves which are not visible to human eyes, like the ultraviolet rays or the X-rays. Though a lot of birds, fishes, amphibians can see through these spectrum which are not detected by human eyes. And as far as black is concerned, for us, all those colors which we can see can be derived from three primary colors, the red, green and blue, RGB. And black is simply absence of any of the colors. Let me try to show you what I'm trying to explain. It might give a better idea. We will see how absence of any color makes black. Here the three primary colors, red, green, blue, RGB. All the colors are made up by mixing these three primary colors with each other in different proportion. Now let's see what happens when we mix all the three primary colors in full capacity. It gives me white, and if we remove all the colors, which means in absence of any of the color, it will be dark, that is black, and all the color in the visible spectrum falls in between dark and white. So now that we have established the fact that black is just absence of color, we can go back and continue to understand more about shadows. Well, shadows are formed when an object blocks the light falling on it, so that light can't reach the surface on the other side of the object. So in the space occupied by the shadow, there is no light, and we associate lack of light with darkness, which in turn is associated with the color black. Hence, shadow is perceived as black. In reality, it's just absence of light. When no light, no reflection, and hence no color. And we have already seen and discussed, when there is no light, it's black. So, to conclude, shadow is merely absence of light, which gives us darkness, which we perceive as black. Now, the more and more we understand the shadow, we will learn that there are colorful shadows also, which means shadows are not always black. There are two factors which influence the color of the shadow. The two things are the source of the light and the surface on which the shadow is forming. Now, these two things which determine the color of the shadow, due to these two things, the shadow can appear to be different color based on these two things. Please pay attention to the word appear. It will appear to be of different color. It doesn't have any color of its own. As we can see in this picture, with the right combination of different colors of source of lights, we can produce shadows other than black as well. Well, the color of shadows is usually the opposite color in the color prism. This is a sample color prism. Like on a bright sunny day when light is more whitish, then the shadow will appear to be black. If it is winter and there is snow on the ground and the sun is low in the sky, the shadows will appear to be dark blue, because a low sun has an orange tone, you might have observed, and the opposite color of orange is blue. Obviously, it also depends upon what color the ground is and where the shadow is thrown, what is the surface color. I hope things are a bit more clear when we talk about shadows. We have concluded shadows are not always black, and when we go into more detail, shadows are basically just absence of color. Uh, I hope it's helpful to understand the initial things. To understand more, obviously, we have to read more, we have to research more. Please drop comments if you have anything to add, so even I can learn what I have missed. Thank you for watching Arbitrary Learnings. See you on next videos, and we will learn something new.